Good morning. Today we're working on a 2002 Iron Horse. I want to clean the SS carburetor. First thing I'm going to do with a Phillips head is take this cover off. I don't want to strip these Phillips heads. That impact works well. Covers off. Make sure filter's sealing nice. Now with a nice, I can tell they mold these screws up. Let's be very careful. Apply pressure. Turn. And they're heavy duty screws. But if you use the wrong size screwdriver, you will mold them up. As you've seen, I pulled the choke up with a 1/4 inch Allen head, nice and square. Nice and square. You'll notice the choke clips right in. There you go, there's the breather. Now I'm going to turn the gas off. Let's get the gas out of the system. I'm going to remove this hose. Pull the vent hose to the side. Okay. Now, you will see 4 screwdriver. One long one in the back. What I did was Home Depot, Phillips, Home Depot, flat blade screwdriver with this little ratchet handle. Get squarely. That's one. Get the feel nice and square. Two. Now, as you can see, there'll be 2 in the back. There we go. There's one. Now the long one is on this side. There we go. All right. This will be the long one. You can see somebody's been in there. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. Be careful with this, there will be fuel in the bowl unless you ran the carburetor, unless you ran the motor and got rid of all the fuel. I believe you only need this extension on this back left corner. And there we go. There's that washer. Fuel looks nice. Now, if you have a problem with this always leaking fuel, it's that needle jet on this float. All you do is remove this screw, take that out, clean it, put it back together, and see what happens. If it continues to leak, replace the seat and the jet. This did not leak, so I'm not touching it. I'll put this aside. Well, the problem with this bike was a bad idle. Be careful, you have this gasket. There you go. 13 millimeter. And let's take the main jet out. Be very careful, don't muscle nothing. A little wire brush. You want to get it nice and shiny so it itemizes at its best. Now you see these holes? Make sure they're clear. Make sure that's clear. Put it up in the light. This is a 74 jet. You see the number on it. Write it down just in case you want to make adjustments in the future. I pulled this wire out of a wire brush like this. Just take a pair of pliers, pull it, straighten it out, and this is what we'll use to make sure these passages are clear. I put it at the end of this magnet so it will get lost quick. This all looks nice. Try to get it to look brand new. Beautiful. Right here is our idle jet. What I do, take a rag, okay, I just don't want to scar it up. This is what controls your idle. Now with our little wire, you see little holes. Right? And like I said, you could use the carb cleaner, compressed air. I take it, I clean them up. If it's really ugly, then I take the carb cleaner and the compressed air. This is a 28. She's all clean. I'll put it back in. That's your accelerator pump rod. You don't need to touch that. Usually this is your problem. Be gentle, don't wrench. Good. That's all. This is your choke. We had no problems with that, so there's no reason to touch it. Now we got this gasket. We're going to put it in the way we took it off. That's it. Now, like I said, the float ball, we're going to put it back the same way. You have this rubber. You have this rubber O-ring. Make sure it's in place. And if this leaks gas, that means you have a bad needle jet on your float. If that's the case, you take the screw, undo it, remove the float, and clean and reinstall. If it still leaks gas, buy a new seat and a new float jet, and that problem's gone. Now this is where that rod for the accelerator pump goes into here and activates this diaphragm. You will see it function when you hit the throttle. Let's just make sure we put everything back nice. Alright. Put this one in. Okay, we're just hand tightening. Okay, that goes back here. Going in's a lot easier than coming out. Okay, we got that started. Now, final one is the back left. This is, I believe, is the hardest one. With this, we'll tighten up. Remember, hold it nice and square. Back one. Nice and square, feel it. All right. Now, the only one that needs this extension is for that back. Nice and square. Nice. Nice. But like I said, this tool too, Home Depot, and not a problem. Now what we want to do now is put this back on. It's all clean. Remember about our choke. So we got this little plug here for the and there we go. Alright, beautiful thing. A 1/4" Allen head hardware. Just hand tighten it because you want to put those carb screws in. Tighten. Make sure your choke is working. Alright, beautiful. You gotta keep it up to get to these. Let's put these screws in place. This hooks up to your carburetor. You'll see. This is perfectly lined up. These SS carburetors, once you understand them, they're quite nice. Like you see, I just did this carburetor cleaning without removing it from the bike. And that's a big plus. Because sometimes, you know, removing it from the back, you know, they got the blue or the red Loctite. They don't want you to move that too easy. So you do it like this, clean up that idle jet, and you're good. Be careful with all the hardware. Okay. Don't go crazy. The last thing is our fuel line. Okay. Now this line here, if anything's wrong, we're going to turn the gas on. If something's not right, it will leak fuel. Fuel on. Alright, chokes up. Turn the key. Make sure she's in neutral. She's idling. Now let's put it back together with the filter on. I don't see no gas leaking, but keep an eye on this. If something's not right, this is what will show gas leaking. So I just gotta keep that there for now. I'm gonna check everything. I'm happy she's idling. All it takes is a little funk in that idle jet and you're in trouble. So now we have that all tightened up. Everything works. I don't see no gas leaking. We're going to put the filter back on. And I got to say, this is probably the easiest way to clean an SS carburetor. Instead of taking that all apart, you don't have to. Now, what's important too, that you get this cover right. You'll see this little lip here. You need it to sink on that. So it makes a seal in the back. With that, we clean the inside. These are great carburetors, as long as they're clean. I like these Impact. They sell it at Harbor Freight. You can get a nice bite. It's a clean, sharp bit. Priceless. With that, we're going to start it up again. Nice. Any questions? Just ask. If you could, please subscribe, thumbs up, and leave a comment. Have a great day. Ride safe.